Welcome back for another episode. I've been doing some flatting and polishing on the paint, so it's looking pretty good in most places, but as usual some things don't go according to plan, so I've gone through the paint in a couple of places or through the lacquer, so I've got to redo those sections. But for now, what have I had in the post today or this week? This is a plunger pot, a 5k pot from RS. There's the number if anyone wants to get one. The throttle pedal with this arrangement I'm not that happy with, although it works. It's a bit Heath Robinson, so I'm going to change that bit out. I'm going to keep the cable section so that I can run that through an engine, but I'm going to use this plunger pot because this is easy to adapt to a pedal. I can connect the 3 wires to this board, replacing that pot. What else have I had? I've got a badge, which I think is off of a 430. It's got a slight curvature to it, which is just the right size to fit in the grille. I got some very strong magnets, neodymium, can't remember how you pronounce it, to hold the doors shut. And I've got some on that door there, so that closes quite well now. I put another one on here and one on the door, so I need to fill this to get it flush and paint it and cover it so you don't see it. I've got some anti-spark XT90 plugs which I need to put on the speed control. Some wire, 10 gauge wire for the speed control and reverse switch, which I need to make some sort of mounting for. I started cutting up the tube to make the exhausts, the snaps as they're called. So I'm going to carry on making those now, and some tube work to go at the back to hold them in place. I'll worry about the piece that goes in the centre a bit later. I've also got some plastic that's rolled up in that bag there to make the windscreen and the rear screen. So lots to do, and hopefully a road test. And then I've been looking at the rack a bit more, and I think I can lighten that. I think I can machine down several sections and bore that centre section of the rack out to make it lighter, so I'll probably be using that because this chain setup is again a bit Heath Robinson really. Nice to have a proper steering rack. Got the brake caliper back on and the brake pedal's working now, so that's all good. Right, let's make the rest of these caps and fit the exhausts. Okay, there are the exhaust snaps. They look like they're sticking out a long way, but if you know what a real one looks like, it's pretty much like that-ish. So I'm back on the front end again. I'm just going to make a piece of trim for this aperture around here and put the badge in. So for that, I was going to use a bit of this 5mm welding filler rod. I tried using, I've got some chrome trim on here. Some of this chrome trim, this is just self-adhesive, but it's not great for doing really tight corners. Tend to get a few creases in it, so I'm going to try with a bit of welding rod and bend it, weld it, polish it, and then grind it off so it's just like a sort of semicircle bit of trim. Let's try that. So I've just bent that around with my fingers. I've got the right kind of shape for that trim. So I'm just going to cut that off and weld it. So what I thought was going to work didn't. This is the first attempt, which bent really easily, but trying to weld it was quite difficult. I think because the welding rod that I was using to weld it back together is the same material, so it just kept melting. Anyway, decided to leave a join, which you can hardly see, and I'll fix the badge in there as well. So that is a bit for the front end done. I've got making a windscreen next. Before I do the windscreen even. Just going to cut this badge off the key fob for the front badge. So let's just cut with side cutters. Just going to polish this end up so that it's nice and shiny and smooth. So that's the end cut off and polished. I'm going to leave that for Maddie to stick on there. It's a bit of a tradition with the cars that I've made, is the girls stick the badge on. So that's ready to go. Windscreen. So that is my windscreen template. And we're also out of time for this week. Thanks for watching. There'll probably be a midweek drive because Maddie and Scarlett are off for half term next week. So this will be an intermediate part. Thanks for watching.